We're like leaning in super close on a sofa.
We're trying to be good at this podcasting stuff.
I feel like I'm too close to the mic now. But
Well,
there's nothing happening to these lines.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just something different every time.
Every day's a new day.
Every day's a new day. How do I get to your house again? Oh, yeah. I remember now.
Oh, my gosh. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. We're a little tired. We just got back from Minneapolis.
We did.
Which was pretty amazing. Few days of a bunch of different, like a workshop, an advanced training, and then a regular empowerment training weekend.
It was good.
It was really good.
I love you people, for those of you who are listening.
Oh my gosh. And so many people come to the master classes, and they bought a lot of merchandise. I'm just doing that plug now. Thank you.
That's what she's excited about.
I'm so... We had a profound effect on many people's lives, and we sold.
However, they bought the t-shirts.
I love the t-shirts. Let love in. Buy more of those. How much love? A lot. Let a lot of love in.
That's why she's in charge of all the research and certifications.
Because it makes me so happy.
It doesn't make me happy.
Or not happy. I just get excited about
You do
that.
get excited. But it's good because that's something that matters to you.
It's the simple things. It looks like I have a hook, like a woolly bugger hooked into my arm here. But I think it's
because we had a rough.
We had
a professionally and socially and doing quote unquote the work. Like that was awesome in Twin Cities. The personal stuff was hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was some hard personal stuff. Mm-hmm.
So we had two of us. We had a tiny, really angry baby.
2-month-old infant.
We had 4.
We call her Cranky Frankie.
We had 4, not just 4 bags, but 4 oversized bags.
Like 60-pound bags.
So there's, right up front, we get to the airport and we're like, how do we even deal with these 4 bags and this baby and us? Right away, boom, $340 for oversized bags.
And
we're
the
like,
lady,
okay.
of course, as we check in, is like, well, can you shift stuff? I'm like, well, why would I shift from one 60-pound bag to another?
I know, it was so dumb.
That makes no sense.
It was ridiculous. And she was so grumpy with us.
She was super grumpy, and Frankie was crying.
Frankie was screaming bloody murder.
Oh,
but I kind of was like, is that going to make you have any sympathy on us?
No.
And she had none. She had no sympathy.
Nothing.
So anyways, we get through the Missoula airport. That was good. We get to the Twin Cities. Again, we have to figure out how to get 4 oversized bags plus a baby and 2 big humans to the rental car.
Oh, yes.
Then we realized our rental car is much too small for all of the luggage we've brought. So we upgrade to a minivan, which is fine.
Which was actually very convenient.
Another like $350.
That was a bit more. Yeah, add a little bit more on there. Yeah.
It's fine. Then we get to the hotel. I drive small cars, so I'm like driving around the parking lot, trying to figure out the underground public parking lot, trying to figure out how to park this big, huge car in all these very small spots as Bernice has all of the bags.
I have a cart that I can barely move with my body. And I have 3 60-pound bags. So I have 108 pounds on the cart. And I'm dragging another 60-pound bag. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I got this. I'll take it up to the room. She comes and she tells me the room number. I got it. Don't worry. Yeah. And so I take the luggage and I get stuck in an elevator. Like the door gets stuck. It's beeping. The people are staring at me. And I'm like, that's okay. And I shove myself in and I realize I'm in the parking garage elevator.
Oops.
I'm not even on the right elevator.
Oops.
So I just go up to the second floor anyway. Because I've made a big deal about it.
Right.
And then I come back down and I pull everything out that everyone just saw me push in there. Hello, I often like to push a lot of luggage into elevators. It's a challenge for me. It's a workout. I call it the elevator challenge.
Oh, so finally I can park a minivan and she can figure out the elevators.
Yes. And you show me like the hotel elevators around the corner here.
Oh. It was fine. We figured it out. Then we did the workshop on Thursday, which was awesome.
Awesome.
And luckily, Robin had Frankie. And Frankie was crying a little. We could hear her a little bit. So, we worked that out.
Forgot about that.
That wasn't the worst day. That was
No, that was like, well,
that was
I'm like,
okay.
at first I'm like, oh, I hear her crying in the background. And I'm like, well, that's fine. Robin's got her. And, we handled it pretty well.
Yeah, it was okay. Then Friday we had a workshop for instructors who are already certified. We did a workshop. That was good. We kind of just juggled Frankie, and she was upset again.
She was a little upset. Yeah, she was a little upset about it. But she,
it was fine.
Yeah, we did it.
Then Saturday we have the empowerment weekend, and you started off the day really well, didn't you?
Did I? What happened? Oh, I forgot.
Oh, how could you?
How could I forget? I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what did I say? No,
What did you say?
I was dragging the 2 60-pound bags in. I'm like, don't worry, Kay.
In a blizzard.
It was 11 below.
11 below after a day of blizzarding.
And I tell Kaylee, don't worry, I got this. She's got the baby, and it's 11 below. You got to get the baby inside. So I'm pulling the luggage in with all the merchandise, and these people are coming up for the training. They're walking on the sidewalk, and I totally fall. Like my legs slip out from under me. I flip up into the air, and I land on my rib cage on the handle of one of the suitcases.
You guys should see her back. It's so bruised.
Bruised. And of course, everyone's like, oh my goodness. Like people are running over, like, are you okay? And can you get up? And I'm like, of course I can get up. And I jump up and run inside, even though inside I'm like, I hope I didn't puncture a lung or something. But I think I'll know. I'll know if I can't breathe or if I have internal bleeding.
I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yes, I'm fine. Pretty darn good. When she says the phrase pretty darn good, she's really not that good, which is how she started this podcast, just so you all know.
Pretty darn
good. She's like screaming inside.
And the best part was that I took the luggage in, came back out, and fell again.
Because you had more to go get.
I fell onto
so much
this
stuff.
time I fell onto my hands and knees. And then this elderly woman who's probably in her 80s was like, do you need help getting up? And I'm like, no, of course not, madam. I'm totally fine. I've just injured my leg now. I've had my rib in my leg.
Oh my gosh. And then I during the master class in the morning, I was like, uh-oh, I have to teach next. I better go pee really quick.
Yeah, I looked around and I'm like, where'd Kaylee go?
So I run as fast as I can into the bathroom. And I ran into the bathroom, but they had just mopped it with something that makes the floor so slippery. So as I'm running into the bathroom, I just fall and I slide. Basically into the stall. And stand up. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. My knee is totally messed up. I had to teach OULA 1 this morning. I got to teach OULA 1 this morning. Let me change my language.
Yes,
and anytime we had to kneel, which was quite a bit, I feel like a shard of my
bone
of my kneecap is floating around in there somewhere.
Jamming into your leg.
It really hurts.
Oh my god, you poor thing.
But all in all,
we had a very successful weekend.
It was awesome. It was. I love going to the Twin Cities. I love you people.
Oh my gosh, we love you so much, and it's just such an honor again to do.
I want to live there. Because I love you guys so much.
Oh my god, you guys are, and you're so lucky you all have each other, too.
You really are.
The Minneapolis, St. Paul folks.
Yeah.
Minnesota folks, really.
I love my Minnesotans.
Minnesota folks. And that brings us to the topic of this podcast.
It does.
Because I was just thinking, these trainings are so, as we've talked about before many times, are just so inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was doing the training this time,
mm-hmm.
I was thinking to myself, because we always talk about, well, you have your training self, or your OULA self. Really.
You have your OULA self.
You have your OULA self. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
You have your OULA self, but are you your OULA self in the real world?
Well, and I think a lot of us struggle with this because so many times, at these weekends, everyone is like, man, I feel like I'm my best self when I'm doing OULA, or I feel like I am able to connect with people in a way that I don't normally out in the other parts of my life. I feel like I come into an OULA space and I can immediately connect, or I can feel vulnerable, or I can share things about my life that I normally wouldn't share with people. And so I feel like the question that we must all ask ourselves is, well, how do I bring that into the rest of my life?
Yes. It's such a good question.
It is. And I know I've talked about this a lot, but like for me, I really do think about OULA as a space where I get to experiment being the person that I, A, want to be in the rest of my life, and B, like it is my best self in the space of OULA. So how do I let her be the space and the face that I present to the rest of my life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know, it's an interesting question. So we wanted to explore that topic just in today's podcast. And I really, really hope that you guys join in on the conversation online with us, because I think it's something that a lot of us grapple with.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because I was just thinking about it the other day, because in OULA, I'm really friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And I smile a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I greet everybody.
Yes.
Because it's what we do in OULA. It's kind of it's a culturally learned behavior in OULA. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I do that in my regular life too. Right. But you know what? Just recently, I tried to start smiling at people.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah,
I just did a
like
smile.
You would in OULA. Yeah,
like I would in OULA.
A great smile to me.
And so I did it recently, like a week ago at a basketball tournament.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! I had people like, I don't even know who I'm smiling at. Like I just smile, and they're like, oh, you know, my son played basketball with your son. They come up and start talking to me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I can't tell you how many conversations I had that weekend that I don't know, because I'm kind of shy, and I always think, like, as you know, people don't really like me, but I took my OULA self, and she was smiling at everybody, and I had maybe over 15 conversations with people.
Wow.
Because I would smile at them, they would smile back, and then they would walk over.
Oh, wow.
And talk.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, totally interesting.
That is really cool.
So how interesting, because let's say, so again, I think people don't like me. Yeah. So then I kind of sit alone.
Right.
I don't look at most people when I'm at the games. And I just figure, well, I don't want to bother anyone. Yeah. They don't like me. They have their own families. They're doing their own things. Good for them.
They think I'm weird.
Whatever. So that weekend, I smile at everyone. Everyone's talking to me.
Wow.
Everyone. Like, mind blown.
Isn't that interesting?
All I had to do was, like, smile and make eye contact.
Eye contact is important.
Eye contact is so huge.
Wait. Because we're staring into each other's eyes right now.
Because I can smile, but maybe I don't. Maybe I'm, like, not looking at the person.
Sure.
Oh, so really I just wanted to bring that up, because it really struck me as I did not think that was going to happen. I mean, it was totally unintentional.
Well, I think that's such a good point, because we don't, like, it almost for me seems, okay, so how do I say this? So for me, sometimes I feel like I am my best self at OULA, I feel like. But rather than have that inspire me to be that person in the rest of my life, what sometimes it makes me feel is that, like, actually in the rest of my life, I'm a phony.
Oh, interesting. Yes.
Or like, I don't know, maybe even in OULA, I'm a phony because I'm not that person always outside of OULA. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah. So sometimes I can almost think, like, if I'm so accepting of other people in this space of OULA, why am I not always that accepting of other people outside of the space of OULA? So am I actually, is this actually
like, what am
real?
I? Who am I?
Who actually am I?
Right.
Because here's the thing. Here's one of the most amazing things that I experience time and time again at these empowerment weekends. And I spoke about this at the closing circle. But it's like that tip of the iceberg analogy that you did in one of the previous podcasts. I can't remember which one it was, where it's like the tip of the iceberg is all that we see. We just see, like, the tip of the iceberg. And the tip of the iceberg is going to show us really actually how we're different. Because the tip of the iceberg is going to show us, especially if we're, like, you know, friends on Facebook or whatever, you're going to see where our politics are different.
Yes.
You're going to see where our belief system may be different. You're going to see where our sexuality may be different, where our where our socioeconomic stance is different, we're going to be able to see these ways in which we're different. But at these weekends that we get together, it's like literally all of that, all of it just it goes away. I feel like at these weekends we're able to connect with other human beings in these circles, in these weekends, on a level that shows us that we're actually really all so similar at this human level. And like, it makes me almost frustrated with myself that I'm not more able to do that without this context of OULA. You know, because like, maybe some of these people, men and women who were in this circle this weekend, if it weren't for OULA, maybe I would have sawn them just differently. I would have seen them. I saw them. I would have seen them. I saw them.
Sauna sounds like.
And then we had a sauna together, and it was okay again.
Now we're finished. I sauna'd
with them. No, I saw them.
Maybe I wouldn't have sauna'd with them.
Maybe I wouldn't, because I would have seen what different.
Yeah, that's right.
But because I saw them at the OULA weekend,
then you feel connected.
Yeah, then I feel connected with them.
Then you have the commonality.
Because what I'm noticing about myself, which makes me grumpy with me as a person, is that I do see differences.
Yes.
But at OULA, I don't see differences. At OULA, I see human.
Yeah.
I see love. I see connection. I see the common struggle, the common joy of being in this experience together. But sometimes outside of OULA, I see our differences. Mm-hmm. And I'm ashamed to say it, but sometimes I judge people for our differences. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, on a political level or whatever, I may think, oh, this makes us different. But at OULA, I see what makes us the same. I see what brings us together. So then I start, of course, I'm hard on myself. And that's another story that I'll tell just in a second here. But I just wish that I could go to what unites us first. And in OULA, I always go to what unites us first. But sometimes in the rest of my life, I don't always go to that place first. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I feel that way for sure. Yeah, in OULA, I feel that all differences fall away.
They fall away.
And also, for me, it's more like, you know, it's my filter of me, you know, which is like, I'm unlikable, or, you know, there's something, you know, I'm always feeling separate, I think. And then in OULA, when you hear everyone tell their stories, then I'm like, oh, we're not separate at all.
Right, we're
not.
We're
all, like, I don't care what socioeconomic status you're from, or, you know, what you may be experiencing, or all the different things, or what political affiliation you may have.
Right.
We are all ultimately human. And when we have OULA to kind of use as our vehicle of commonality, if you will.
Absolutely.
Then suddenly all those things fall away, and then everyone just feels free to start telling their stories.
Because we feel like we're not being judged. We feel safe. And that's how we should always
feel.
Free of judgment. So why does it take this space of, like, I'm always thinking about this, like, why OULA? What about this experience makes us actually the people that we want to be?
Yeah, right.
And then how do we be that person outside of OULA?
Right.
You know, it's like really interesting to me. And I think, like, one of the also interesting things about this weekend and about OULA and about, like, going into these deep situations with people is that I also realize that I judge myself so much more harshly than I judge anyone else.
Oh, good point. Very good point.
You know, like, yes, I'm like 2 months out from having a baby, and all of the pictures, I immediately saw what I was unhappy with or what I'm uncomfortable with about my body and where I'm at right now. But everybody else, like, I never even thought about, I literally never thought about anybody else's body.
No.
I never think about anybody else's body, but then the whole time I was thinking, oh, are they, like, disappointed in me that I haven't, like, you know, gotten back down to my pre-pregnancy weight? Am I not a good role model? Should I be a fitness you know, all these things, they go through my mind that I'm sure a lot of other people are thinking in their own heads, but I'm not thinking about it about them, and maybe they're not thinking about me in those ways. So why am I judging myself so harshly when when OULA, I feel like, creates a space in which nobody else is judging me that harshly. And so it's really interesting.
No, and I love how we had the talk about fitness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how fitness is, you know, it, like, and people in the training were saying a lot of them wouldn't have begun a fitness regime. It sounds so intense. They wouldn't have stuck with something doing with fitness.
Yes.
Because without OULA.
Right.
Because otherwise, and not to pick, I mean, the fitness industry is a very, you know, good industry, and people get in very good shape or whatever, and get healthy in their own ways. But it's just hard on people because it's so comparison oriented,
Mm-hmm.
and either you're comparing yourself to another,
mm-hmm.
or you're comparing yourself to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not my best self.
Mm-hmm.
I could be better. I could be 10 pounds lighter.
Right.
You know, I could have I could have better abs or whatever.
Right.
And the another part of OULA is, in terms of fitness, is anyone can do it.
Anyone
just
really
come
can
in and do it. And you can see that in the trainings.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is doing it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's doing it. Yes, and I like the cool thing about OULA though is when I'm doing OULA, I actually don't self-judge.
Oh no.
When I'm doing it,
oh no, I feel great when I'm doing it.
Judge myself.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, from this weekend, it just like it, you know, like looking back at photos or whatever, then I would self-judge. But when I'm in it, when I'm actually doing it, I do feel a tremendous amount of self-love.
We have so many photos now.
Right.
I mean, all of a sudden I just thought of that, like in the old days, you'd have photos and then you'd have to go get them developed.
I know, right?
And then you'd put them like in an album.
And didn't you only have like 24 or something? So you're actually very careful about which photos you take because you're like, this better be a good one. Like,
right, yeah,
I want to make sure this is a good one.
Click, 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 click,
and then post. You don't see all the bad ones,
weird.
really.
I was just thinking, like, it's weird that we have so many photos.
Well, and I honestly, like, maybe you guys know this, but I took Facebook off my phone like 2 weeks ago at this point, and I do not miss it at all. But I also really hardly ever post on Facebook now because if I take a photo, it's not easy for me to get it onto Facebook.
No,
like,
because it's on your computer.
I have to text it to myself, and then I have to get my texts on my computer, and then I have to pull it off of my texts and get it onto my desktop, and then from there I can post it to Facebook. So I have to really like work for it a little bit.
And you have to kind of think about what
I have to think about it. It's not just like automatic, like I took a photo, now I'm going to post it. Like I kept Instagram on, but Instagram doesn't really,
It's different. I don't know
why. It's different.
Now some people are different with
care
Instagram.
about Instagram very much.
I'm not sure what that's about.
I don't know either, but I don't really care about Instagram, so it doesn't really trigger me or bother me. But with Facebook, it is interesting because then all those photos show up, and then I like judge myself.
I know that it was weird because then I'm like, oh, I'm standing with my water bottle in every picture. That looks weird.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't notice your water bottle?
Yeah. Why am I holding my water bottle in every picture? It just felt weird.
Oh,
like I never
grabbed it. You picked it up off the floor, and then it's
in my hand.
And then it's just in your hand.
But then why would I even reflect on that?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a weird thing to reflect on.
You should process that. Do you think you're gonna die of thirst?
It was my
your little attachment blanket. Yeah, right.
Thing. Attachment object.
But it's like, how do we? Okay, so the way that we feel in OULA, and the way that we interact with other people, and the way that we feel the love for ourselves, like. I don't think we can't live in OULA all the time, but I think OULA creates this place where then we can take the tools and take the way that we feel and bring it into the rest of our lives. I think that's the purpose of it.
Yes, it's the challenge.
It's the challenge, but it's also the light. I feel like it shows me that it's possible.
Yes, of course. And of course, there's many facets to a human There's many.
I didn't even catch that.
I don't even think that's funny, but there are many facets to a human being. You know, it's not just like, this is me. This is me. You know, it's like there's many parts to you. I just listened to our podcast about the playlist where I was like, this is me. And you never, ever once got that it was going to help transition us into the playlist. So then like 4 times I had to just say it in that voice. It sounds so dumb, but I'm going to do it again. This is me, which is so bad. But anyway. It happened this weekend with the training.
What happened?
Because we were starting talking about This Is Me, and I was like going on some story of like, let me talk about This Is Me, the song. But right away you were like, but you segued it right into another story that we wanted to bring up in the advanced training.
Oh, I messed up?
No, it was good, but I was all, you got it so fast. Like, you were right on it. I'm like, oh. But it was like,
sorry.
But it was perfect because actually that was the story we wanted to do. That's a segue. I'm so sorry. But it was just one of those funny moments where I'm like, this is me. And you're like, yes.
And you're like, wait, not
I'm
yet.
Wait.
Hold on, ladies, slow down.
But it was good. Anyway.
When your husband, Michael, are you listening, Michael?
Michael likes our podcast.
I know he likes our podcast. That was one of the best compliments.
Yes, and he is a podcast
He's
junkie.
a podcast guy.
Oh, yeah.
And what he was impressed with is that we don't have a lot of lull in our conversation.
Downtime.
Yeah, he's like, wow,
He's
you
like,
guys can just talk the whole time. We're like, did you listen to the podcast where she shit talks you about how you never respond to her? I didn't say that, though, but I was like, oh, yes. Well, I have one episode you should listen to. Maybe you'd get a hint about how to have a conversation with your wife.
So you don't have he has the earplugs in his ears all the time as I'm like sharing something, totally moving. And then I thought of you when we met and how important that time was in my life. And then I look over at him, he's staring off in the distance with his headphone in one ear. And I'm like, are you listening to a podcast while I'm sharing my deepest, darkest feelings with you? He's like, no, it's not on, but I can hear it. Then suddenly he's like, I'm like, take it out of your ear.
I do think we should have some episodes where one time we invite Mike on it and one time we invite Rob on.
We should. That would be
hilarious.
How that would go. They'd be all like, uh-oh. I want to talk about why you never asked to marry me. I'd like to process that publicly with everyone.
Oh my God, he would love that.
Did you know my issue is not feeling loved?
And you never proposed. And your 30-year anniversary is coming up.
30.
I think we need to figure this out before 30.
It's not going to
happen. He has to propose to you on your 30th anniversary.
He hates to be told.
Well, can't I tell him?
You could tell him, but I mean, then he'll buy me like the same ring I've already had, which he did last time.
Did you guys know he accidentally bought her a ring that she already has?
The exact same ring. It's my wedding ring. Oh my God. Like, hello, pay attention.
I think that's
I feel
so
like I could
funny.
wander out in a storm and never come back. And he'd just be like a year later, be like, well, Bernice was here. I'm not sure where she went.
I can't believe he bought you the
same ring. So I'm like, thank you.
But did you also know that you have so many rings that have so many diamonds on them that it's very hard to keep track?
I know. I feel bad for him. I know.
Well, yeah, because
I know.
You buy yourself so many rings that he probably doesn't even think it matters if he buys you one.
It'd be like buying someone a car who already has like 10 cars.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, there's another car.
That is so wasteful. As I know, it's wasteful.
It's wasteful.
But don't you guys think it's funny that my issue is I don't feel like I'm loved?
And then your husband never proposed to you?
Never proposed to me.
Yeah, but don't you think that the universe is saying, Bernice?
Yes.
It's time to learn this lesson, so they're not going to just give it to you that easy.
They're like, you are smarter than this.
You're smarter than this. You can learn this. Let's learn this.
Right.
You're lovable. You're loved. He loves you. But we can keep learning it. We can keep doing it.
Right. Well, I want to be done with that lesson.
Well, yeah.
In this lifetime.
Yes. So that you don't have to come back next lifetime without
doing
these
it
tremendous good looks and all of these things and your wit and your sense of humor. What if you come back as someone who is...
What if I come back as a cockroach?
Is Frankie, very grumpy.
Frankie.
She's lovable
only 2
as well.
months old. She's just a baby. We don't even know who she is.
We don't even know who she is yet. But I was like, man, you're a grumpy baby.
But she has a will.
Holy cow, that baby has a will.
She has a will because you guys, she would be so tired.
She doesn't get tired.
No, and she was tired, but she would not give up.
She wouldn't give up.
Part of me was like, you give up.
That little girl was like, no.
No.
I'm not going to give up.
I'm not giving up. She's like, this is not where I want to be.
This is a battle of wills, and she won.
And she won.
She almost broke me. Literally, we had,
beat us.
During lunch on Saturday of the empowerment weekend, I was like dealing with her for like 15, we get 30 minutes, and then we have to be on again, okay? So like 15 minutes in, I was still dealing with her.
We're
I
trying
come
to
out,
eat at the same
I'm
time.
hungry, and I come out to the table, and I'm like, I just think I need to cry now, okay? And they're like, okay,
We're
you
like,
can cry.
uh-oh.
And I was like, okay, I just need to cry. And I was like, that baby broke me.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That baby broke me.
yeah.
Huxley didn't break me. Piper didn't
No,
break
you thought
me.
Piper was tough.
I thought Piper was tough.
Hello. Our
I
ship
think
has come in.
Frankie is gonna
The
break
tough
me.
boat. Not the love boat. It's the tough boat.
I know.
The tough boat.
I know.
Promises toughness for everyone. That was an
Good.
old show.
No, I know. I know
Oh.
that show.
Oh, you know that show?
Yeah, the
Oh.
Love Boat.
Dun,
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 dun.
dun.
Yeah, I used to
It's
watch
the
that.
tough boat.
Yeah, she's tough.
Yeah.
She's tough.
And I am an experienced child raiser.
You are. And
I've had
it's
4.
hard to make her smile, even, I think.
Oh, yeah, hard to make her smile. Well, because she's tired and cranky.
She's cranky Frankie.
She's cranky Frankie.
Wow.
But even like at the airport, I was carrying her because Kaylee went to go get a coffee. I'm like, I got this. Oh my gosh, I can do this so easy. And I was trying to sit on the chair and like bounce her, which is she likes sometimes. But she was having none of that.
Well, it was like 10 o'clock at night.
She's like, you're standing
Sunday
up.
night
You're
after we've
stand
been
up
gone.
and you're gonna walk around. So
Yeah,
I stood up, and then she was kind of like looking around.
Yeah.
And then this man turned to me and he was like, talking to me about her. How old is she? I'm like, 2 months. He's like, is it a girl? I'm like, yes, it is. And then he looks at me. He's like, is it your first? And I'm like, do I look like I'm that distraught? No, sir.
You look that young.
All I could think of was like, do I look like I'm not handling this well? Like I was all like, pardon me.
2 times on this trip. Again, someone thought it was your baby. What was that first one that we laughed about?
The first one was...
Oh, they asked me if I was your friend.
Yes.
Or something.
Right.
You're like...
And they're like, good luck, Mom.
Oh, they said good luck, Mom, to Bernice.
Yeah, and because I had the baby and you had the
luggage or something.
The luggage, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you.
Oh my gosh, it happens all the time when we travel.
But as soon as that man said that to me, like, he's like, is this your first? And I
you're
was like,
oh, I must look stressed.
And then I looked and I'm like, I'm holding this baby for my friend. And he was like, oh, and then he stopped talking to me.
Yeah, she almost broke us.
Yeah.
But anyways, we digress.
How do we bring OULA into our lives?
How do we bring OULA into our lives? Well, even with this Frankie situation, I'm like, I don't know. Oh, we had one. I'm going to try not to name names. I know I'm bad at this. I need to stop doing this. But we had one of our people at the weekend, and they were saying how, they could be like in a fight with their spouse, but then like, they look at the watch and they're like, oh, it's time to go to OULA. And this person actually does OULA with their spouse, which I think is awesome.
Awesome. And
they said, and then it's like 2-3 songs in, you kind of like look at that person, you're like, oh, why were we even fighting?
Yeah.
And I loved that. Because I feel that way in OULA too. It's like all of this stuff that gets me really worked up, which actually isn't really a big deal. When I'm in class, and then when I come home from class, I'm like, oh, it's just not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
It just puts it puts things into perspective in a way that it's hard for me to get to that place of perspective without going to class and fully like embodying
I think it's
all
meditative.
Of this work.
That's
it's meditative
because you have to focus on the music and the movement.
Mm-hmm. You can't stay stuck in that place.
And there's that research like, I forget how it works, but physiologically, if you have this stress or an argument, you peak. All your physiological signs go up. Your heart rate goes up. You start to sweat more. Your pupils kind of constrict. I can't remember. And then even if the argument ends, sometimes because you're still elevated, you're still trying to fill in that space with like, I'm still frustrated because you still don't clean the dishes.
Right.
And my yard is a mess or whatever. Right. Or I didn't do that well. So you're still kind of, you're trying to match that physiological response with your brain activity, your thoughts.
Right.
It's very interesting.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Isn't that fascinating? So I think in OULA, it shuts all that down. First of all, your brain and your body get joined. Like, okay, my heart rate's going to match what I need to do here. And it turns off all that, the internal dialogue of like, oh my gosh, I feel really agitated. So how do I match it?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh my God, that's
Isn't
fascinating.
that interesting?
Yes, you just blew my mind with that.
That's one of those interesting. Yeah, it kind of is a mind blower.
Whoa.
Yeah, because you get elevated.
And then your body's trying to match how you're
feeling. So your
feeling.
brain's like, oh, you're elevated. Why are you elevated? Oh, it must be because
right.
you didn't let the dog out earlier today and the kitchen was a mess and you didn't finish all your chores.
Right.
Isn't that
so
funny?
interesting.
Yeah.
But then in ULA, your body it just all has to work together.
It has to work
together. You can't be disjointed or else you lose
body,
it.
brain, spirit, you got to all work together. Your breathing has to change.
Your breathing, your heart rate,
that changes all your physiological responses.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So I think that's super helpful in terms of conflict.
So how do we do that?
That's why we have everyone should be doing flower in the gun. Across all the different state capitals, everyone should do it.
I know. I said that literally. I literally said that a few weeks ago in class.
She did.
And then a woman at this past weekend, she said that too. She said, "Imagine if everyone in Congress did this."
Yeah.
Every day. Can you imagine? And not alone, but I think together.
All together.
I think all together. Can you imagine synchronized matching movement? If they use their voice, even better.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's really interesting. And also one of our friends out there after class on Saturday, they came up to me and it just like hit me like a ton of bricks because they said to me, Kaylee, you made some really good New Year's resolutions, which I shared in the community page on Facebook. And then they said, and you know what? You don't need to make new ones every month.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I said you're just too hard on yourself, and you just need to, you need to just stop making new resolutions every month. You made some good ones, and now just
stick with
those and be gentler on yourself. And I really like it. Just I don't know. It hit me because sometimes I feel like I'm striving so hard to be a good person and to be the person that I want to be. But I'm also not giving myself the patience or the time to actually just like let myself evolve and let myself like go through the work. Like I'm always thinking about what work I need to be doing on myself. And like I'm just constantly seeing in myself the work that needs to be done rather than like celebrating the progress or even
where I'm at right now.
Yeah, or even just enjoying where I'm at right now. Like I don't know. It was such a powerful thing that was said to me. And so, I don't know, trying to figure out how to not just always focus on like what needs to be done, just enjoying the present.
Yeah,
it's such a struggle for me.
Bringing OULA into your everyday life.
Well, it is because in OULA, that's how I feel. Like in OULA, I feel happy. I feel content. I feel connected. I feel all these things that I want to feel more in my life. So it's like, I don't know now, and of course me being so hard on myself, which I am hard on myself, then I'm like, well, maybe I'm a phony. Maybe I'm not actually that person that I am in OULA. Maybe that's someone that I'm not. Maybe I'm just me the rest of the time and I'm not actually this other person. But I think actually underneath all of it, I am that person in OULA, and now I just have to invite her into the rest of my life.
Yes, and make her feel safe. Like, oh, you can come over here.
Yeah.
You're fine over here. You do great over there. Come on over here.
Right.
The other issue we get hung up on for most of us is the why.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this? Why can't I do that? Why is that? Why did that happen? Or, why am I like this and why am I not like that? And sometimes it's like, just do it or just be or just accept, because we get so frustrated in trying to find that answer that we get stuck, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, we are this way in OULA.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just try and be this. Let's try and invite her, like you said, into all these other aspects of our lives.
Right.
And maybe not get hung up on like, but why aren't I? Why aren't I that person in this other part of my life? It's like, well, who knows? I don't know. But we know that you are this person during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows that you can be that person at other times too, probably.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. And I feel like after class, there's like a high that I'm still on, that I am that person.
Yes, right.
You know,
and
where
I'm
it's
all
like,
hello.
yeah, I go to the grocery store and I'm like, oh, I just feel like I want to just hug everyone
Beautiful
here
day.
and look everyone in the eye and like have compassion for the slow checkout person.
The person
But
driving slow.
Yeah, but when I haven't done ULA, then I'm like, hurry up. Or like, I can't see underneath all of that stuff sometimes.
Right, yes.
And I think that's where I get frustrated. But you're right. I'm the type of person that you're speaking to, which we've had many conversations about this. Like, I get hung up on the why. But I'm also a seeker. Like, I think I'm very much like a seeker of answers or of knowledge or of wisdom or whatever it is. And so I want to know why, but I need to just let that go sometimes.
Well, sometimes I think when we let it go, then the answer appears. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like, oh, it is this way. So maybe just, invite her to be this way, accept that this is how it is right here, and I'm not that way there, but now I'm going to move her over into there. And then suddenly you put it into the universe, and then it's like, oh, suddenly it's almost like as you change and do that, you answer your own question. Like, oh, I did, like, even for me, like smiling at all those people.
Right.
I wouldn't have. I don't know, it was just such an organic thing.
Right.
That when it happened, I'm like, oh, I'm just smiling and looking at people.
Yeah.
And they must have wanted to be smiled and looked at.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what we do in our workshop. Everyone must want to be seen.
Everybody wants to be seen. I think so.
Everybody, because I was doing it, and then they were like, it was like a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, they just wanted to be seen there in the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How fascinating is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. All this stuff.
It is interesting.
I know.
And it's so, I just love that we have our OULA personality, our OULA person, and that, how can we bring her into our everyday lives?
Or him.
Her or him, good point, thank you, into our everyday lives. And maybe it is as simple as like, well, today I'm going to try and smile and look at a few people.
Right. Yeah.
Or if I feel a judgment coming up, I'll be like, oh, what would my OULA person say?
Yes.
My OULA self would say.
Yeah.
Oh, remember? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love everyone. Like, we're so connected, like you said, with the iceberg analogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I totally agree. And I think that's maybe where I need to, like, continue to shift the work.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Yeah.
Like, I think that's where I need to go, because I do, like, I feel so alive when I'm doing OULA and when I'm with these people, and it's like you can almost see through all of their protective layers to not only my own judgment of them or our own judgment of other people. I don't know, I think it's easy to see what sets us apart sometimes, but it's like they also, in OULA, we all kind of let those walls that we put around ourselves as protection, we also in OULA let them fall away. So it's almost easier to see the similarities in an OULA space, because people have just shut down their barriers a little bit, and then we've all also like shut down our kind of way of understanding other people, and then you can connect on this deeper level that isn't maybe. Not all grounds are breeding grounds for this. OULA is, but I think now that's our work. I think our work as OULAkins is not to just keep it to ourselves, but to take that and infiltrate that into the rest of our lives, in the rest of our situations, in the rest of our interactions. Maybe this is how we actually change the world, because we first change ourselves. And then we experience it in this safe space with other people, and we gain that trust and that sense of non-judgment of self or others, and this vulnerability piece. And maybe this next part of the work then is to bring it to the rest of our lives.
Yes, this compassion too of ourselves, and then again, I've said this 100 times before. If we don't have compassion for ourselves, how are we going to have compassion for those that are different or that we view as different than us? Because we're so challenged. And compassion ultimately is, I think, the the healer of all things. Because if you have
Mhm.
compassion, then you suddenly see a person in a different light.
Right.
And OULA is so, like, it's something about we're all in a room together, moving together to the same music, singing
The
together,
synergy.
the synergy and the community.
Mhm.
And suddenly, of course, your walls can fall away
Right.
because you feel safe. You've
Well,
already,
but you
you've
also,
just been through a whole journey together.
yes, and you feel you don't feel that separateness.
Mm-mm. No.
Like and like
You
I
you can't,
you
almost.
can't. How can you? Because you realize that you are a part of something bigger
You were all just shouting, "This is me,"
together.
together.
You're all singing,
Or, "I am here."
or I know that I deserve your love
I
because
know that
there's
I
nothing
deserve
that
your love.
I'm not worthy of.
Yes. And
Like,
everyone is singing it.
can you imagine, like, in the grocery store looking in each other's eyes and saying that to each other? You know, it's like, but maybe we freaking should.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
maybe we don't say actually those lyrics, but maybe the way that we interact with each other, that message is what transfers from OULA to our other interactions. Maybe that message
I
of
totally agree.
of these things that we sing and the way that we feel, that's now the work.
Yes. Yes. That's our work.
That's our work.
That's our work.
And that's,
You hear that, folks?
yes.
That's
so,
our work.
So allow it to change yourself first, because I do think that that has to be felt and experienced first. But then we take that and we're not selfish with it. We give it.
Mm-hmm. We give it. Yeah, we give it away.
We give it away.
Yeah.
And not just in the OULA world, but
No.
we bring it to the rest of
The
our world.
rest of our worlds. Worlds, because we probably have a lot of
We have
worlds.
many. We have
Yeah.
many worlds.
Yeah, our
we have
work
many
world,
social,
or many social situations that we're in.
Yes. So I think that's where I need to go with all this now.
I really like that. I like that.
I like it too. And I like you guys.
We love you guys.
I love you guys.
And we were so happy to hear when we were in Minneapolis, we had so many people come up and were like, "We listened to your podcast." And
thank you, for listening.
when you said that one thing or da-da-da-da-da, it was really, really
Sorry
awesome.
when we've yelled in your ear.
Yeah, we've yelled
Dale, are you listening?
Hello.
But anyways, thank you for doing the work.
Yes.
You know, and if you're past that point of where you keep it just for yourself, congratulations to you. Thank you so much. I feel like so many of us are ready to get there.
We are.
And I think I just need to be more aware of that. I just need to bring that person to the rest of my life.
And it could be baby steps, you know, it doesn't
for
have
sure.
to be like,
well, just like you smiling at a basketball game.
Yeah.
Look at what changed.
Oh my goodness.
Look at what changed.
Totally shocking to me.
So thank you for all the lessons you all have taught me and continue to teach me. I'm very, very grateful.
Not me.
Not you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Gals, people.
Gals.
Love you.
Love you all.
Love you all.